All right, I want to welcome everybody to our live webinar. And you see on your screen there, again, my name is Roscoe Thompson, joining you today from Historic Route 66 in Southern California. And you see on your screen there, it's one of those road maps, like the big one you'd lay out on the dining room table. And a road map is necessary to help you get to where you want to go. And you see there's dozens and dozens of postcards that are sitting on top of it. A lot of those are vintage postcards. I collect those. But that green highlighted route is the route we took a few years ago when we moved from Ohio out here to California. And the black circles you see, those are places that we stopped and had some fun along the way. One of the things I've realized as I get a little bit older is it's not just the destination, although that's very important, but it's also enjoying the journey along the way as well. But if you're like me, you were given a road map many years ago, and it went something like this. Here were the directions. The first stop was a high school diploma, and so everybody tries to get that. Most people do. The next stop is a college degree, and a lot of folks get college degrees. The next stop on that roadmap is a good job with benefits. By now, most of you are probably going, "Yep, I got this roadmap as well." And then the destination is financial freedom, the American dream. And in this industry, I've had the opportunity to speak with thousands and thousands of people over the last 20 years or so. And there are a few exceptions to this, but for the most part, I have found that people do not reach financial freedom or the American dream by following that roadmap. Again, there are a few who do, but most don't. And so maybe you've been working for 10 or 20 or 30 years or more for somebody else building their dreams, and that roadmap hasn't got you to where you want to go, and you're saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm looking for a different way, different map, different route, different destination than what I've been getting." And so network marketing is a great alternative if you're looking for a new route. So let's talk about this here. In Ascend Global Services, at least in the beginning, this is what the roadmap looks like. And I'm just going to cover the personal enrollment side of this right now. There are other pieces to this, but let's just talk about what you need to do as you build your business here in AGS. And so the first position that you can be promoted to is called an agent. That simply means you've enrolled 2 people that have started as a private club member or above, and they went to your website, through your website, and started a business. Okay. So not somebody that's placed in your binary. This is actually somebody that you've personally enrolled. And so when you enroll 2 people, you become an agent. 3, you're promoted to associate. 4, you're promoted to consultant. 5, you're promoted to executive. And as you go higher up here, there are some other qualifications. I'm not going to get into all that, but this is what you need to do. 6, you have to enroll 6 to be promoted silver broker. 7, to be promoted gold broker. 8, to be promoted platinum. And 9, to be promoted diamond. Again, that's your side of it. And as you go through these positions, you're going to earn more money for doing the same thing. All right? But to enroll 9 people personally is going to take some work on your part. Okay? And you can do this very quickly. I've seen people enroll 9 people personally in a week or less. I've seen people do it in a month or less. I've seen people do it in a year. And I've seen a lot of people that never put forth the effort ever to enroll 9. So that's up to you. All right? And if you're one of those folks that's coming here saying, well, Roscoe, I'm looking for tax advantages of having a home-based business, or I'm looking for the insider pricing on travel, or I'm looking to make money booking travel as a travel agent, that's awesome. It's great. And you can find value here in the AGS opportunity for all three of those. But what I'm talking about specifically now is for people that want to build a team. Because the fortunes in network marketing are made in building teams of thousands or tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people. And so what I'm going to cover over the next few minutes is 3 steps. And if you do these 3 steps, your success in the beginning is nearly guaranteed if you do them. The question is, will you do them? All right. Now, long term, you've got to become a leader. You've got to be able to develop leaders. You've got to be able to attract leaders. Those are different trainings, different conversations for different days. But let's talk about what you need to do in the beginning. Number 1, you've got to write down your goals. You've got to know why you're here. And I've done this for, like I said, 20 years. I started my first serious run network marketing 20 years ago. So I've talked to thousands and thousands of people over the years. And 9 out of 10 people do not do this step. They don't write down their goals. They don't write down why they're here. And I'm telling you, if you don't write this down, if you don't know why you're here, you're not going to be here for probably more than 60 or 90 days. And here's why. This is a network marketing business, which means you market to your network. And some of the people that you're going to talk to, if you talk to a lot of people, some of them are going to be negative. And if your reason why you're doing this business is not stronger than the negativity of some of those people, their negativity will knock you out of the box before you ever get started. And remember this, if you buy somebody's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. And here's what I mean by that. Most of the negative people I've met over my life have a lifestyle that is unattractive to me. They talk and act like they know everything, but they have nothing personally. And the most successful people, generally speaking, that I've met over the course of my life are people that are the most open to actually listen and take a look. I've just found that to be the case. And again, I've talked to thousands and thousands of people over the years. But remember this, other people, they're not going to pay for your house payment. They're not going to pay for your car payment. They're not going to pay for your utility bills. They're not going to pay for your kids' education. So why does their opinion matter anyways? I mean, really. I mean, respectfully, I don't care what other people think about what I do. It's irrelevant. And so that's why you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. So maybe you want to upgrade your house or upgrade your car. Those are solid goals. Maybe you're looking to go back to school. Good goal. Or maybe, like us, you've got kids in school. We've got 3 that are full-time college students right now. And if all of our children decide to get a degree in college, which we recommend that they all do, we'll have at least 1 or more children in college for more than 20 consecutive years. And that, my friends, is a reason all by itself to become a high money earner, top earner in network marketing. Then maybe you want more time or more money, or maybe you want to give more time or more money to a church or another community organization, social cause. Or maybe like us, one of our goals, we want to travel more. And network marketing gave us the freedom that a job and traditional business couldn't, And now, because of network marketing, we spend 2 or 3 months a year traveling as a family. But you've got to know why you're doing this. It's got to be important. And it's got to be bigger than the thoughts and opinions of the people that you're talking to. Okay? Number 2, you got to make a list. You got to write it down. You got to get it out of your phone, get it off your Facebook or your Instagram or your Twitter or whatever social media that you're using, email addresses. You got to get it out of those lists and get it written down in a notebook or on some people like Excel spreadsheets. That's okay. But you've got to figure out a way to get it all in one place so that you can view it, see it, and it's got to be big. And so you can, we have as a team, we have something called Memory Jogger. I can send that to you if you ask me for it. But you can just Google this and you can find all kinds of these things. But you need to put at least 200 people on that list, at least 200. If not 300, 400, 500 or more. Because here's why. And I'm going to do another training, make it available to you, called What Do I Say to People? I'm going to update that for AGS here. And you can get that soon. And it'll go through some of this more specifically. But what I've found is usually if you talk to 20 people, 10 of them won't be interested in even looking. 10 will say that they're going to look. 5 of those people are lying, they never will. But about 5 out of 20 will take a look, and usually out of those 5, 1 will become a business partner, and then 1 or more will sign up as a customer for the travel or one of the other services. And that's what I found. And so if you look at that chart, you've got to enroll at least 9 people personally. And so 180 people on the list should lead to about 9 people getting started in your business. But look, here's the thing. Once you've enrolled 9, 10, 12 people personally, you're in a position where you're going to make a significant part-time income in network marketing, in AGS. And then if you begin to build a team through those 9, now you're at a place where something special can really happen. All right. And so is it worth the work? I think it is. All right. But if you have a list of 10 people and 7 or 8 say no, you're going to get worried because you've only got 2 or 3 people left to talk to. But if your list is 500 people and you talk to 7 people that say no, who cares? You get 493 more people to go. So the bigger the list, the easier it's going to be for you to have success in our business. And then make the phone calls. This is important. You've got to make all kinds of calls. And you can also do this through email. You can also do this through social media. Instant messenger kind of platforms. But they have to be two-way conversations. Okay, you can't just spam everybody you know with information and think that they're gonna take a look at it. It just annoys most people. And so you have to have communication back and forth, regardless of the medium. Phone calls and face-to-face are still the most effective. But even if you're using the other platforms, it's got to be two-way communication going back and forth. Okay. The personal calls, 3-way calls, upline leader calls, power hours. We'll talk about the first 3 in one example and spend a second on the power hour. The personal calls is simply calling somebody and asking them to take a look at what we do. All right, so let me give you one example. We had a business partner in Michigan that had a friend in Ohio. And he made a personal call to his friend in Ohio, asked him to take a look at our network marketing opportunity. And so that friend in Ohio got onto a webinar presentation and watched the presentation. And he liked what he saw, okay? And the business partner in Michigan had a scheduling conflict and could not get back on the phone with the gentleman that was on the webinar. And so I did what's called an upline leader call, and I simply called him directly. And we had a one-to-one conversation. He liked what he heard, got his questions answered, and then from there, I put him on the phone with an industry leader, and we had a three-way conversation, and he got even some more questions answered, and then he got started with us in the company. And now he does the same thing. He makes calls, he invites people to take a look. As a matter of fact, yesterday he set up a call for me to talk to somebody in Texas and do an upline leader call with that gentleman, and I'm sure we'll be doing a three-way call with him. But that's how you can duplicate and build this business. And eventually you have dozens or hundreds or even thousands of people doing that. And it's a very effective way for people to take a look at what we're doing. And then we have something called the Power Hour. And if you're looking at the webinar side of this, you see a hot rod that has a phone booth sitting on top of it. But really, you're going to pick the speed at which your business grows. Okay? And I mentioned make a list of at least 200 people. Well, if your life depended on it, you could call 200 people in one day. It'd be a long day, but you could do it. Or you could call 200 people in a week. Or you can call 200 people in a month or in a year or never get to them. The speed at which your business is going to grow is based on how fast you make the contacts and the communications. The speed is up to you. We will assist you as leaders in whatever growth you want to have and however fast you want to have it. But you've got to start it. And so a power hour is a very effective way to do that. And so here's how a power hour works. You get together either in person or over the phone with one of the leaders you're working with, and then you make a bunch of phone calls, a bunch of communications at one time. Sit there for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, and you contact 30 or 40 or 50 people at one time. Because look, here's what I know. If you call 50 people in one evening, some of them are going to be interested in something that we're doing. And so you might do some three-way calls. You might set up a conference call. We do these all the time where you have 5, 10, 15 people or more on a call where we're sharing the information. Or we do a private webinar. I do FaceTime with some of the leaders where we have a live video presentation conversation with a room full of people. Those are fun. They're effective. We do private business receptions, travel parties. And we have bigger meetings as well from time to time. But if you call 30, 40, 50 people quickly in a power hour setting, some of those people are going to look, and some of those people are going to decide to get started, and some of them are going to decide to become your customer. So power hour is something that I would recommend if you want to launch your business. Do 1 or 2 or 3 of these. Get back with the leadership you're working with and let them know that you want to launch your business quickly. And so the question is, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? How fast do you want to get there? And that's really up to you. You decide that. And like I said, if you're here because you want to save money on taxes, great, welcome aboard. If you're here because you want to get insider pricing on travel, that's great, welcome aboard. If you're here because you want to make money selling travel as a travel agent, great, welcome aboard. We'll get you to where you need to find the information so that you can maximize the value that you're going to get out of AGS. But if you're here to build a team, you're here to make money in the network marketing part of what we do, then it's very important that you get back with the person that invited you, that you get back with the leadership that you're working with, and we put together a roadmap for you and for your business, an individual game plan, because everybody comes here with different wants, different needs, different abilities, different availability of time. But we can put together a specific roadmap game plan for you and then help you to achieve the goals that you have here in AGS. So again, my name is Roscoe Thompson. I'm joining you today from Historic Route 66 here in Southern California. I want to thank you for your time. Get back with the person that invited you, and I look forward to traveling together with you down this road to financial freedom.